My name is Trent Bramblett. I own Ceviche. We have been open since 2007. That's when we opened our original location here in Roswell. 5 years ago, we opened a second location in Alpharetta, in downtown Alpharetta. So we have two locations. I'm originally from Roswell, so it's nice to have a business in my hometown. Since we've been open for 13 years, 5 years at our second location, we had a well-established business. We're in the downtown part of Roswell, historic Roswell on Canton Street. We have been very successful prior to COVID. Obviously, COVID has brought up a lot of issues and a lot of variables that we haven't had to deal with in the past. But, we're a small location here in Roswell, but, things have been great. We've really been successful, family business. So, buy local. We've always tried to get people to eat local, buy local, support the local business person. So, we were rocking and rolling up until COVID. So, I think back and I look back, late February, early March is when things started happening. And nobody really knew what was going on from guidelines or restrictions from the city and social distancing and how we seat people, how close we sat people. Everything just kind of got messy and the pot was kind of stirred and nobody really knew what to do. We had to kind of withdraw back and really reformulate our business, from a 110 seat capacity establishment to only to-go food. So I literally transformed my entire dining room area to go. Assembly line to go, taking orders from people walk up, taking orders over the phone, and I had to draw back and pull back all my staff as far as how many people I had, how many people were working each day, how many days I could actually even be open to have enough staff to be open. So it's been a real roller coaster. With the pandemic and people having to, for whatever reason, go on unemployment or they didn't feel comfortable working. So I had to honor that, and some of those people that did not feel comfortable coming in, then basically myself, my wife, any other family members that could help us, we actually had to kind of do it ourselves, besides maybe a person here or there that felt comfortable enough to come in. So that was the biggest, right off the initial bat, is reformulating our business and having enough people to work and how many days we could be open. There was a time period where my wife was very fearful that I was going to get COVID, so we weren't open, not even to go, for about 10 days. And that, when you're not open and you don't have daily revenue coming in and you still have bills coming, it's very difficult. So we were lucky enough to be one of the small businesses that did receive PPP. It allowed you to be able to pay your rent, pay your payroll, and pay your utilities. And those things for your employees to pay your payroll was huge, because if not, they're going to have unemployment or they're going to just leave and not, you're not going to keep them when all this was said and done. And at the time, we had no idea how long this was going to last. So, we had to, I couldn't even get it through the bank that I bank with, I couldn't even get it through them. So I had to go to a different bank and luckily received it. And I would say probably right in the nick of time, because it was tricky. We don't know how long this is going to last. We don't know how long this pandemic is going to last. We don't know how long, COVID is going to be this prevalent with the vaccine coming out. Everybody won't get it, and there's still people that will get it. So I think, the biggest thing that I could take from this is being prepared to the point where, as an owner, I've had to learn and kind of get back to my roots, which is jump back in myself. If I have to bartend, I bartend. If I have to host, which I'm doing tonight, I have to host. I am the manager right now at this location. I'm the GM. I'm also the kitchen manager at this location right now. I have great people in the kitchen, but I don't have the one main guy that orders all the food and does all that. So I've really had to become all in one and make sure that I am very in tune with everything going on in my restaurant, so that I can handle all of this and not just be an owner that's has somebody else doing everything for you, because you might not have that with a pandemic. If it continues, or if something like this comes up again, you have to be able to run your business, be lean, meaning pay out as less money as you can for all your expenses. Your rents don't change, but your payroll is a big thing that you can influence. So that's one of the biggest things that I've learned. It helps having bigger locations because you have more space and you can spread out things a little bit. So, life is about learning and trial and error, and learned a lot over this last year.